Okay, my dear student, today we would be talking about the project work in business studies. There is a circular which has been issued by the CBSE. So in this video, I am going to discuss all the aspects of the project work of business studies. So be attentive. You can take the screenshot wherever you require. See, the CBSE syllabus says that there are subjects like economics, business studies, accountancy, history, political science, sociology, legal studies. They all have the project work of 20 marks. And there would be only one project which you will have to make. You will have to prepare only one project. And this project work will be divided into two parts. That is term 1, term 2. All of you are aware that CBSE would be conducting examination in term 1, term 2. So this project also has been divided into two parts, 10 marks each. And the detailed guidelines have been given here, which says that the subjects which are having 20 marks project work, you have to prepare only one project. And the objective of making this project, preparing this project, is that whatever you have studied in your class 11 and 12, you will probe into a deeper personal inquiry. You will initiate action, reflect on knowledge and skills. You will analyze, evaluate the real world scenario. You will demonstrate the application of critical and creative thinking skills, and definitely it will develop your communication skills also. What is the role of a teacher? This has been given here. So obviously a teacher will help you in each step of your preparation of the project. Now my dear student, let us understand that what are the steps which you have to take to conduct this project. So the first thing which you have to do is that you need to choose a title or the topic for your project. So there are 4 projects which have been suggested by CBSE. So the student, this is the suggested guideline from CBSE to prepare the project. Project 1 is about element of business environment. So we may select out of this any one of that. Then there is a second project is about principles of management. Then the third project is about the stock exchange. To do this, we need to study the financial management and the stock exchange. About the stock exchange, this unit we have not covered yet. And the fourth one is on marketing. So based on the discussion with the teacher and some of the students, we have decided that this year we would be doing the project on marketing, because this is the unit which we have already covered, and it will help you in preparation for your examination as well. See, out of this one is marketing. So I would be basically talking about that project only, and I would suggest that you should prepare the marketing of a product. That should be your topic or the title of the project. Basically in this project, A, it is very interesting. B, you have lot of scope to do the research work and collect the data, and it is very relevant also. So the first thing which you have to do is that you have to choose the topic or the title of the project. Then the second thing is what? You need to do some research on it. So you need to collect the research material, you have to organize the data, you need to present these data or the material into a specific order so that people find it useful. Then you need to analyze those data or that materials to draw the conclusion, and then finally you need to present it. So there are various options to present your project work. You may use the PPT, you can do the exhibition, skit, albums, and there are many more options given here. But the easiest and effective way of presentation is that you have to make a file. If you present it in a file format. A, it is easy, it is traditional. B, it is easy to show it to the external examiner also. So my suggestion is that you would not adopt any of this presentation method, but you have to go for the file only. So you will have to prepare a project file. Then this is one checklist that which you can keep on putting a tick mark whether you have done this or not. So the first thing is that, have you prepared the introduction of the topic or the title which you have selected? One thing. Second is that you need to identify the reasons, the events, the consequences or remedies available. Then who are the stakeholders which will get affected by all these things? What are the advantages and disadvantages of situations or issues which you have identified? Then what are the short-term or the long-term implication of strategies which you will be suggesting in your course of research? And then you need to ensure the validity, reliability, appropriateness and relevance of the data which you are going to use in this presentation of the project file. And then the most important thing which you have to do, you have to pay proper attention on the presentation and the writing of this. So let me clarify here that the entire project work would be handwritten. So with a beautiful handwriting you will write it properly. You obviously, yes, the first few pages you can get the printout done, but rest would be written, handwritten. And to write this, you are not allowed to use the different types of colors. That was okay for a class 7-8 student, but now you are a grown-up student, a student of class 12. So make it a very formal kind of project. So you should use the only one color ink, that is blue. You will not use even the black ink anywhere. Yes, you may use the sketch pen of blue color, you may use the ballpoint, you may use the all types of pen. Then wherever you have collected the materials or the data, you must show the reference of that. As a footnote you can write it, or in the resource section you can write it, or in the bibliography at the end. You should mention all these information, that from where you got this. Like you are writing somewhere that this is the price of my competitor's product. So from where you got this price? You must have visited their website. So you just copy the exact URL and paste it in your bibliography and mention wherever you are writing it, write there 1, 2, 3 like this, that these are the reference points. Now as you know that the 20 marks have been assigned for your project work and it will be divided in 2 terms. So it is like this: term 1 project work of 10 marks. So you need to do this much work, and this would be assessed by your internal examiner only. So you prepare accordingly as per the suggestion given by the teacher. And here I would like to tell you one thing. Many a time it happens when the external examiner comes and they ask that how much time you took to prepare this project work. So sometimes students say that, sir, I have prepared it in 3 days, 4 days or 1 week. Please remember this, that this is not a project of 2-3 days or 1 week. It takes time. So you have to spend considerable amount of time to prepare this. Then in the second term you again have to do this much work, so that you get the 10 marks again. Now remember it that we as a teacher, as an internal examiner, we have to ensure that the work which you have done, it is your own original work. So be very authentic when you are preparing this. Now I would come on the project which we are supposed to discuss. This is on marketing of a product or service. So these are the list of the different products which you are seeing it here. You may select any one product or service out of this, or you may select any other product or service also, but you need to take the permission of your teacher before you decide about the product or the service. Just one advice to all of you, that please do not select such type of items, such type of products whose consumption or use is discouraged by the society and government, like alcohol product, pan masala, tobacco product. Please don't select these type of product. Choose some good product. Now let us start the real work for your project work. So while you are collecting the information and the data and information, the material, these are some of the points which you should take into your consideration. The first thing is that why you have selected that product or service from this list, or whatever the product you have selected. And this is the question which may be asked by the external examiner too, that why you have made the project on this product. So you should have a very clear-cut reason behind that. You should know that why you have selected this product or the service. Then you need to find out the 5 different competitive brands that already existing in the market. Like suppose you are going to make the coffee as a product. So what are the different 5 competitive brands of the coffee? Nescafe, Brew, Deathwish, or whatsoever, Rage. Then to make that product or to offer that service, what are the permissions which you need to take from the authorities, from the government, or from the different departments? Like for some of the industries, you need to take the permission from the pollution board, that you are not going to pollute the environment, or the pollution level would be as per the permitted limit. So you need to take the permission for that. Then if a license is required, then how you will get this license? What are the conditions which you need to fulfill to get that license? Usually for such type of license and permission, you have to pay some fees also. So how much would be the fee, how much would be the charges which you will be paying, and where? Mostly nowadays all these things are being done online. So what are the websites from where you will get this type of license or the permissions? That also you need to show in your project. Then you can combine these all information which are about your competitors, like you have mentioned here the 5 different competitive brands. Now you have to tell the USP of your competitors. What is USP? The full form of this is of course unique selling propositions. It means this is the uniqueness of your product or your company or your business which make you different from your competitors. Suppose you have selected a product called coffee. So you should know that what are your competitors' USP. For example, this is one of the coffee called Deathwish. So they claim that this is the world's strongest coffee. So do you have this type of some USP in your product also? But before you decide about the USP of your own product, I would advise you to go through properly to your own competitors, that how and what they have made their USP. Correct? And does your product have any range of details? Like, are you going to offer only one type of coffee, or you would be having different range of that coffee? Again, I would like to take this example. Like here 4 different types of coffee had been shown: dark roast, death cups, medium roast or medium roast, death cups. So what would be your range now? What type of different coffees you are going to offer to your customers? So that is called range. This range may be based on the quality of the product, quantity of the product, or the price of the product. Then you should think about the name of your product. What would be the brand name, branding? How will you do the branding of your product? Are you going to get it registered? Take the trademark for your product. Then whatever the features of the product, mention those features. So make a proper list of the features, because this only will help you in marketing your product. Then go for the labeling function of marketing. So basically you have to perform all the functions of marketing regarding your own product. You know that how to make the label of a product. So you have to draw it. You can take the printout of your labels, you can design it and then put the photograph of that particular label, or you can draw it by your hand also, as you wish. Same goes with the logo also. You have to develop a logo of your product. You can draw it, you can get the printed logo, or you can use the computer to make the logo, as you wish. Then you have to draft a tagline. I think you are very well aware with the word tagline. Let me show you some of the examples of the tagline. These are some of the examples of the brand and its tagline. Like Amul, the taste of India. Pepsi, yahi hai right choice baby. Or Dil Mange More, है ना. Surf Excel, दाग अच्छे हैं. I love you रसना. So ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला. देश की धड़कन फॉर हीरो होंडा. फेविकोल का मजबूत जोड़ है, टूटेगा नहीं, फॉर फेविकोल. सेम लाइक जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी के बाद भी, फॉर LIC. So same way you need to develop one tagline for your product. Then you do some research for your competitors' product, like what is their selling price to a consumer. This you can get it easily from their website, or at what price they are selling it to their retailer, and then at what price they are selling it to the wholesaler. So this will give you a very fair idea that how will you fix up your price. And once when you are clear with the price part of your competitors, now you can easily calculate their profit margin in percentage to the manufacturer or to the wholesaler and to the retailer. You can make one table and show all these data together. Then another thing which you have to discuss in your project is the packaging of your product. You know that there are primary packaging, secondary packaging, transportation packaging. So use all this knowledge which you have studied in your syllabus of business studies for marketing, and you decide now the packaging of your product too. Then channel of distribution. So which type of channel of distribution you will be using, and give the reason also that why you want to use the 0 level or 1 level or 2 level, whatever the channel of distribution you have selected. Then how will you decide about the warehousing facilities? Give the reasons also. Then what is going to be the selling price of your own product? Now you have done the research for your competitors, so that research will help you in fixing up the price of your product. It should be competitive, then only you can attract your customer. One thing here I want to tell you, suppose a pen which is being sold to a consumer for 10 rupees, maybe the cost of that pen to that retailers would be around 7 rupees or 6 rupees. The same pen which is being sold to a consumer for rupees 10, possible that the retailer is getting this for rupees 6 or 7 and wholesaler is getting it for rupees 6.50 or 5.50 like this. So you need to select it seeing the other data. Now comes the sales promotion. How you are going to promote your product, which means of advertisement you will use and why. How much would be the budget of that advertisement, that also you need to consider before deciding about the different methods of the advertisement. Suppose your market is a city only, or your target audience is in the state only, so no need to advertise all over the India. So you need to select it very logically. Then what are the other ways of promoting your product? Will you go for personal selling? Will you go for digital marketing? Would you like to advertise this on your different social medias platform? How will you publicize your product? So what about the publicity of your product? Then are you going to offer any scheme for your wholesaler, for your retailer, or for your consumer? It may be that you say to your wholesaler that if you sell, say, 500 kg of that particular product, then we will give you a tour package to Hong Kong, to Bangkok for 6 days, like this. Same way you can offer some of the schemes to your retailers as well as for the consumer also. But you need to check the feasibility of offering these schemes. You should not offer too much, remember it. Then after doing this much research, now you have to frame your own product's USP, that how your product is different from the competitors. Like whatever the product you have selected, suppose you are making a pen, you are manufacturing a mobile phone, so how it is different with the other mobile phone or other pen which are already there in the market? That you need to focus properly, because most of the time this question is asked by the external examiner, that why I should buy your product. Then what are the different methods or the modes of the transportation which you will be using, and you have to give the reason also, that why you will use this road transport only, or railway only, or airways only. Whatever the means of transport you are using, you need to give the reasons as well. Then this is very important aspect, that whatever the label you have given to your product, there should be some kind of social message also on it. Please focus on this. Like you can say that my product is eco-friendly, or it is going to reduce the pollution level. So whatever, this you need to think of. Then the production which you will be doing of your product, or whatever the product you are manufacturing or you are assembling, you need to suggest some of the cost effective technique as well, that these are the techniques I will be using. Because of this technique I would be able to produce this, manufacture this at lesser cost than our competitors. Same way, while you are selecting the different types of promotion plans, different types of advertisement modes, that time also you need to think about the different cost effective technique. Like nowadays, instead of giving the advertisement on television, it is better to go for social medias, so that you can consider. So basically what I want to convey here through all these questions or through all these points, that you need to focus properly on all the 4 P's of marketing. So you need to focus properly on these 4 P's of marketing mix: product, place, price, and promotion. So now on the basis of all these work done and the information collected, now you should start presenting or organizing these information in this way, that what are the types of the product or the service which you have identified, and the consumer or the industry's process which will get involved into it. Then what is the brand name of your product, range of the product, identification mark or logo or label, and tagline, labeling, packaging, price of the product, and then how did you decide about the price of the product. So what is the basis of price fixation? All these things you will discuss. Then whatever the channel of distribution you have selected, give the reasons also. Then decision relating to transportation, warehousing with reasons. Then different promotional techniques which you will be using with the reason properly. Then if you have done any kind of grading and standardization of the product or your services, please do mention that too. So the good idea is that first you collect all these information, keep it in a folder, put all the information together, organize it properly, and then you should start writing. This is how the first page, means the cover page of your project should look like. What type of pages you will be using, please remember it. all the pages should be of equal shape, size and quality. So purchase all the pages together. I know some of the paper would be wastage also. So to avoid all such things, please purchase all the pages together, almost 100 pages, so that you do need not to search for those pages again. So this you have to write here, and please do not change this. It should be written exactly as I am showing it here, and these 4-5 pages I would be sharing in Google Drive. I would be sharing the link also in this detail of the video. Here I have shared the link, so you can just download it from there. You can make the necessary changes and use it. Like here I have written the name of your school. Session you need to change, you have to write here 2021-22. Then the next or the second page would be certificate. Here you will write what it is written exactly. You need to copy the same word. You just have to write your name here. Please get your name typed and take the printout of the same and write here for me to sign here. Then the third page would be title of the project. So title is what? The study of marketing management of, you have to write your product's name here. Still where it is written your product, you will write the name of your product. A good wish coffee, whatever. Then what is the objective of preparing this project? Again, I would say that many a time the external examiner asks that why you have prepared this project. So you should say that this project has been done because it will help me to develop a practical approach by using the modern technologies in the field of marketing management. Mention all these things, whatever you have written it. Then the next page would be acknowledgement. In acknowledgement, you must have seen the preface written in the pages of the book. So you may take the help of that, and here you have to write it by yourself, mentioning those people's name, thanking them, being grateful to those people who have helped you in preparation of this project. And I won't mind if you write my name here. Thank you in advance. Then the next page would be index. Please remember, index you have to write here this side serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and here the work details, like you may write here introduction of the product or the reason for selecting the product. Then second maybe my competitors. So no, you mention all the information about your competitors. Then third you can write like product, features of my product, then pricing of my product. So in this way you can divide your entire information into certain headings. So write those headings here. The last heading would be conclusion, bibliography, correct? And please do not write here page number 1 to 12. Don't write like this. Just write page number 1. In the next heading you can write it here, or title you can write page number 13, and then from 13 to 20, suppose you have done that, so you can write here 21. So in this way you need to make it. And please remember, don't go beyond 50 pages. So 35 to 50 pages are ideal to make your project. It should not be less than 35 and it should not be more than 50. So 35 to 50 in between you can keep the, and even if 4-5 pages you go beyond that, that doesn't matter. And then the next page you can write the introduction of your project. Last one would be conclusion. As I said, here you need to mention the summarize, suggestion or findings about the project which you made, and then you should mention here some of the future scope of the study which you have done. If your junior see it, then it will help them to go little deeper into that. So please make it useful for other people. Then appendix or the bibliography, which I am saying that wherever you have used it. No, suppose you have taken the information from this YouTube channel. So where you are writing that particular information in the project, write there 1, correct? And here you mention that URL. Same way, suppose some information you have taken from this, so you mention there 2 and write it here in front of 2. Same way 3, 4, 5 and 10 and 12 and 20. Whatever information you have taken, please mention all these things here. And if I copy the same and put it in Google, then the same page must open. Like you are writing about the price of your competitors. So how did you come to know about the price of your competitors? You must have visited some of the website. So exact and correct form of that URL should be copied and will be pasted here. And please do not do any kind of experiment like this has been decorated style, it has been written like this. Please do not make the cover page like this. It should be exactly like I have shown you. Please do not write like this. See, my dear student, I have some project already made, but I don't want to show you here so that your creativity get hampered, and I want to be you as unique as you can be. So come up with your natural creative thoughts, and I don't want you to copy something from your senior or which has been already done. So that's why I'm not showing you any of the old project. You please start working on it, and I'm sure that you will come up with a very nice project and you will learn a lot in this process. That is the basic objective of making this project. So wish you all the best. Thank you.